Have you ever run across a problem where you have a PCP air compressor that disagrees with the gauge on your gun? Okay, I ran into that, and I probably had this issue for a while and didn't realize it until I got a non-regulated PCP. I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute, but I'm going to show you what I did to figure out the problem. I built this, and all this is a hex-shaped piece of 6061 aluminum, drilled a hole all the way through it, put a Foster fitting on both ends of it, and put a 5,000 PSI gauge on it. It's a glycerin fill gauge. It was only filled with glycerin to, I don't know, about here. It had a big bubble on the top. There is a removable plug in the top. You can buy a bottle of glycerin. I'll throw what that looks like up on the screen, but I finished filling that up with glycerin. It's easier to read without the bubble at the top. And it turns out the automatic shutoff and the pressure gauge on my compressor is, I believe, the one that's off, because this one actually agrees with the one on the air rifle. I had the Diana Bandit Black. If you saw my last video, I shot that over the chronograph. I pumped it up to 2,900 PSI according to my gauge. Now, when I went out to shoot it, it started off at 900 feet or just under. I got like 2 shots, or maybe the third shot peaked out, so I didn't have a bell curve, and I started on the downside of the curve, which meant that either the gun was not inflated to the 2,900 PSI or the spring was too tight. Well, as it appears now, it was underinflated, because at 2,900 PSI, I think I was hitting somewhere around 2,500 on this gauge, and it was not showing to be fully filled on the rifle. It was at 17 or 18, I think it was, MPA. I was going to go out and shoot it to demonstrate that. That's going to have to come in another video. We got a storm coming through. I got trees blowing everywhere, and it is not a good day. I'm not going to go out in that stuff. But again, this is really simple to build. I just drilled a hole all the way through it. And then I used the 1/8 NPT just because that's what I had the taps for. And I've used those before, so that's kind of where my comfort level was. And then that's a 1/4 NPT on the actual gauge. And I'll put a link to the gauge if you want it. Take a look at it. Another thing I have noticed, all Foster fittings are not created equal. These came from 2 different companies, and I actually had to tap the hole deeper on one than the other. Got my calipers out, and the end diameter of one was larger than the other. I've also noticed I've got a couple of plugs to plug the thing so I can check the pressure on it. Not every plug fits every one of these little Foster fittings. So I'm going to have to go through, buy a few from a few different companies, and see if I can find anybody that makes a standard size. They should be, but I'm telling you, they're not. I've even got 1 or 2 of these that won't snap onto my Ninja tank. So I'll have to change the Foster fitting in the Ninja tank, or change the end on a couple of my cables. That's a whole nother thing for a whole nother video. But I just wanted to show you this is a solution, at least a Band-Aid, so that you can figure out whether it's your gun, your compressor, whatever, the gauge on your gun. This agrees with the gauge on my gun, does not agree with the compressor. I'm going to have to find out if I can calibrate the compressor or not. That's going to be in another video. I'm going to rip that thing apart and see if I can find a calibration in there. I'm also on the Diana Bandit. I'm thinking that's going to be a hand pump friendly gun, because when I shot it down the other day, filled it back up, I think it took like, I don't know, 45 seconds. I think it was less than a minute anyway. So I'm going to try that with a hand pump. I'm an old guy, out of shape, don't like hand pumps anymore. I still have one. I'll try pumping up the Diana in another video and see how that goes for people that are just wanting to get started. I think the Diana is pretty good, not regulated, but if you can figure out where the curve is, we're going to test that. We're going to test the accuracy. I've got 3 or 4 pellets lined up to test it with. I put a little scope on it, and we'll see where that goes. Okay, all that being said, that's going to be in another video. Weather's terrible today. I'm not going outside. I won't melt, but, well, we won't go into that. Anyway, I'm going to throw a video up over here you might like. YouTube's going to throw one down here you might like. I'll catch you in one of those, or I'll catch you down the road.